Yeah, we got a new Wolverine this week, and his claws are on fire. I don't know if this is a real character from the comics, but it's pretty sick, I have to admit. Wolverine Horseman of War, yet another objective card. This time around, you're going to try to get Wolverine to 5 power. And if you do, he's then going to give one of your cards at each location plus 3 power. So he's at 3 at a base. He gives 3, 3, and 3. That's the same amount of claws he has, guys. Wait, no, he doesn't have 9 claws. Where are the 30 other claws reaches? You know what I mean? 3 is a big number for Wolverine, not 9. So anyway, in a deck that's all about buffs like this one, with lots of ways to buff Wolverine, everything from Awesome Andy, Forge, you've got Maverick, Gwynpool, and Galacta, all ways to give this guy +2. He can then give extra buffs to other cards that care about buffs, stuff like your Captain Carter, your Maverick, and your Clea here, all able to magnify those buffs in some really nice ways, and some other complementary pieces here around all of that. Zabu for discounts, Superior Spider-Man taking advantage of those green numbers. And yeah, it turns out this deck actually works pretty well. I found this one on Untapped. It had promising early data. Like, everything's always a little inflated in the new season because of bot games. But I also played this for a 7-3 run right now against 0 bots because I'm already in the 90s. So 70% win rate, up 10 cubes, felt pretty great. Wolverine also, I'd say, slightly exceeded my expectations. I was like kind of soft on this card a little bit in the reviews. I don't think he's like mandatory in this deck. There's a lot of other ways to make things work. And, the real payoffs are like Captain Carter and Maverick, I think. But Wolverine is able to play really nicely into those. And if you get a minute to play him, which he is competing against some other 4-drops in here for sure, I don't know, it still put out like some solid baseline numbers that felt competitive. There were times where that 3 power buff hit a Carter or a Maverick and multiplied across, a Brood, or twice across the card, and it was like suddenly Wolverine looks like he's kind of putting out 20 plus power in those instances. So ultimately, very, very easy to hit the objective number 1. I don't think I ever missed a single instance in 10 games while trying to hit the objective. And then, yeah, the power works surprisingly well. So I don't know that Wolverine's going to have a lot of decks that can use him well, because, you really have to hit that critical mass of things that care about being buffed. But this sort of list that's all about buffs works well. And I've also seen some early data on like Silver Surfer decks on top of that work pretty well too. So yeah, I gotta say I was pleasantly surprised by this one. I know some of you, by the way, will be tempted to run like Agony or America Chavez to lean even further into this. That currently does have worse data than this, though. It seems like this is kind of the right balance of things to buff and buffers. So you don't want to go too hard, I think, in one direction. But ultimately, yeah, pleasantly surprised here by Wolverine. I don't think a home run card, but a solid double, if you want to stick with the baseball metaphor. In other words, playable, maybe even good. A card you don't have to have, but one of you get, I think, could actually do some good work in decks like these, as you're about to see. Forge Brood is not like the fanciest thing this deck does anymore, but pretty good. Forge Maverick, you might as well do instead. I mean, in theory, you do want to get Herbie down sooner rather than later, but I think it's okay. Dude, am I like still just insane that this is just not the right, like, I don't know, man. I don't know. This just makes it harder to find your Wiccan. I'm still just like not convinced. Oh my God, Proscenium's insane for us. It's just harder to find your Wiccan if you run the 10 rings. I mean, maybe it's not a Wiccan deck. Maybe the Wiccan's not as important to them. I don't know. Just like, that's what I'm thinking about, right? I think you definitely just go Wolverine here, but actually, I guess we need a card here first, don't we? None of the other ones really benefit much. Curve-wise, also, this does kind of blow up a little bit. Brood can steal Mojo World late, though, so I think you just go, like, Wolverine and Maverick right. You probably... Well, you don't need to buff the Wolverine with Maverick, so you probably do just use Maverick on Brood still. Oh my God, we might need it. That's gonna be big. I don't think they are Wiccan decks. All my whining is all my whining. I don't know. Maybe they still are. Actually, I've seen some like bigger Wiccan lists too. God, Captain Carter would be sick now too. But Wolverine can actually go down whenever, right? But you need the energy to play Broods. I think you still go Wolverine here. He's gonna buff everybody a little bit. Hopefully he buffs Maverick. Can he buff himself? I mean, he can, yeah. This Captain Carter kind of sucks. Like, Brood's insane. It really is a Wiccan deck, which they still found despite having an extra card in their deck. I mean, look, they're gonna go for they're gonna go for left, right? They're gonna think I can't possibly win left. Do I just go for right then? I mean, I don't know. They might go for 10 ring support as well. Look, I'm definitely gonna win left. Am I gonna hold mid is the question, right? I am gonna hold mid. Let's freaking go. Also, are they not going left? What is this, like Dr. Doom or something? I guess I do beat Dr. Doom. Foom does not matter in the slightest. I guess they thought I just couldn't dump cards left, but I definitely am great at dumping cards left. Yeah, 45 power dump. Yeah, we actually didn't really matter where we played Carter. It seems the Wolverine did enough mid anyway. I mean, you know, it wasn't a flashy Wolverine, right? It wasn't a flashy Wolverine, but hitting even just Maverick kind of made him what? He's 3 at a baseline. He gave 9 extra. That's already 12, but then also Maverick kind of duplicated that by another 3. So that's 15, but then also that actually kind of duplicated again across Broodling twice. So that's kind of another 6. Like, this was actually a 21 power Wolverine this game, even though it was not super flashy, right? Like, he had 21 points of output when you consider all the layers of multiplication of his impact. So, like, that's pretty good, I guess. That's actually pretty good. Oh my God, Clea already giving me a flames. I love it. Let's actually just rip her right. Yeah, let's do that. I've been saying rip a lot. Rip. I'm gonna say rip to rip and try to say it less, but it's hard sometimes. Oh no! Do you know how insane that would be? Oh, I'm absolutely heartbroken right now, dude. Heartbroken. Surge Zombie Galacti. Oh God, that's actually a really big problem. I just like can't actually beat a Zombie Galacti deck is the issue. I mean, Wolverine could definitely go. I mean, you also just kind of want Maverick here ASAP, right? Like, I don't really know if we need the Superior Spider-Man or anything right now. He's kind of free, sure, but oh God, dude, yeah, we're cooked. We're so cooked. The Wingbeat was their Surge card too. Interesting. Their Maverick getting buffed. Like, I guess I have to start using flames here. Herbie also probably really good. If I go for the Wolverine right now, I do get an extra flames, but I only have 2 turns to play them anyway. And if I don't do it now, I might not hit the Maverick, right? So I think we still just do this. Maverick can just buff whatever. Wolverine is fine. Whoever, right? It doesn't matter. I don't know, man. Like, it, you know, I want to get a guaranteed hit. It really could make a difference. I don't know that it will make a difference, but it could. Like, we're getting an, it's crazy how much DNA these 2 decks share, by the way. It's kind of wild. So Wolverine, maybe we go mid with him. He won't go off this turn, unfortunately, though. So we won't get another flames for a potential Maverick hit. I mean, I guess we could make him go off this turn and then maybe try to get 1 more flames. It's just really, really bad. Like, I don't know, maybe you go Captain Carter mid and then Brood right and that wins the game. I doubt it, but we could try, I guess. Yeah, this will buff Clea. Obviously the Maverick buff could be bigger if we waited, but I'm saying, like, I don't know. Well, I can't go flames mid and Captain Carter mid. Like, am I over indexing on this flames that's only a 50-50 at best anyway? Problem is my curve just sucks here, dude. It's bad. It's just really bad. I think we do this anyway, and we just hope to hit a Captain Carter, I guess. I don't know. Flames, you know, it's just, you know, It's literally only good against Maverick. Any other card that's green obviously has no real impact. They're gonna get transformed anyway, presumably. There's the flames. She's green too. It didn't look like she was at first. Dang, I need I don't know. I actually hit freaking Captain Carter. Are you kidding me? Boy, oh, they just missed Zombie Galacti too, I think, but I think we had a chance anyway. They've already got 5 green cards down. I mean, well, obviously if they're playing Zombie Galacti, they're not playing any more green cards. So like Zombie Galacti wants to go here or here. I don't know how big he is, but he's probably not that big. Like Gwynpool may have missed, maybe hits once. You know, we're talking about maybe like 7. Plus Maverick is maybe 11, so there's like 22 power right. Would we actually beat 22 power right though? No, for the record, no. So maybe we would need that Gwynpool to have missed, which is definitely possible. That might be why they were scared off. It might have literally been the last card of their deck. They only have 1 card left in deck, so that would suck for them, but maybe. I think mid always holds, by the way, with like Carter, and you know, we're just already up a really big lead. 2 of these plus 7, you know, that would have been like 28, like we said. So they probably would have had to have gone right. You know, it's definitely not guaranteed. I think playing for this Flames line was just weird, though. I think I should have just held the Maverick. I don't really know that buffing the Wolverine did much right away. Like, what did that tempo really offer? I don't think it offered anything. Like we said, the Flames was useless, so would have maybe been worth it if they'd played a Magic, but that's all. Cloning that? I mean, I don't know. You know, if you find a awesome Andy, this is pretty sick. Sandbar's less sick. Yeah, Superior Spider-Man also less sick here. You really want to find awesome Andy, but now I want to play Captain Carter for curve reasons, right? I don't think you play a second one, so she can kind of go wherever. Maybe she just goes mid. Opponent has snapped. Moondragon. Dude, that is a spooky pregnant Moondragon. That is a very bumpy belly. It's making me uneasy. Yeah, you probably just go Galacta mid, right? So that you can get copies of stuff left. Oh boy. So Doom 2099, obviously. Let me Galacti, obviously. Cleos are just bodies right now, which is fine. It's not dreamy, but it's fine. They're gonna go double Dooms. They're gonna get pretty clogged out on space next turn if they do, though, because Miniaturized Lab's still locked off, right? So like, I'll have to bring all that back together. So I'm thinking maybe just take a cheap Zabu. You could take a cheap Herbie, or you could take a buffed Brood. You go to 18 here, which is kind of shaky, but I like that you get the copy for the Miniaturized Lab next turn, right? So then you would just play Herbie here. I don't feel great about winning mid with just the Herbie here, but if you roll double or buff, you're pretty happy. And I don't know what else I would put. You know, I guess next turn I have the option to dump like a Superior Spider-Man or a Maverick or something. I think Herbie's maybe your just best bet. I don't know. We're gonna have some decent amount of points. That's actually kind of spooky because that could easily be another. Well, this turn they're gonna get +2, and the next turn another +2, right? So we assume 4 extra plus Moondragon maybe next turn as well. I think we have successfully lost. Oh. I'm gonna say I think we've successfully lost mid, but now I'm not so sure. Well, no, we still have. Herbie doubling here doesn't help. And left is also certainly cooked. So yeah, unfortunately, them playing the Doom there was the worst case scenario. I think we're very dead. Oh, Raft? I mean, Brood's decent at Raft, but boy, that would be a big commitment. Otherwise, that's going to be really tough for us to hit. We can try. Don't hit Andy. Okay, that's also bad news, but Andy's at least a little better to get going early, I guess. Wow, Shuri's Lab, though, is pretty nuts for us. Actually, Herbie could help. He hits rock next turn. Maybe a little bit better. Opponent diverging a little bit. I bet this is a techno-organic virus 1-drop deck. They're not going hard on Raft though with that Korg. Interesting. That surprises me a little bit. Do we get rocks? But it might beat us anyway when you kind of have to rely on the on reveal, right? That's the tough part. I think we're just gonna have to give that up then. I just don't think that's worth the trouble right now. Let's set up for like Maverick Carter stuff instead. Next turn's maybe actually having some plus energy next turn might be nice. You could go Galacta. You'd have 6, so Galacta Zabu, but you really want to get Awesome Andy down. Well, certainly on time, but yeah, maybe we'll just go for the Herbie this turn and see what happens. They're going for the Raft indeed. It might be a bounce deck too, dude. We haven't seen a bounce deck in forever. I've just seen some like techno-organic virus spam decks like this. Yeah, exactly. This was currently looking like the best way to play techno-organic virus. It wasn't looking like crazy powerful or anything, just like the best of the choices you had. We can actually develop a raw. No, we can't. Galacta's still too expensive. So next turn would be the Andy. Then you'd buff Maverick. I mean, it's not great, but I'm thinking like Carter Chains mid could maybe win you this game, right? But are you waiting to dump all of that on the final turn then? And you got to win one more spot. Are we going to be favored to win Atlantis maybe? I mean, left is not ever going to be that strong. I mean, you only net +3 per loop of the virus, right? So if they played one this turn and next turn, still wouldn't be that crazy. It'd be like 5, 5, and 0 plus maybe a 4th card on the final turn. Like, yeah, I mean, I-10 is gonna seemingly be in range. Andy's buffing a little bit over there as well. I don't know if you need to Maverick the Carter, but I think it sure makes a lot of sense. Also, just you might say, hey, I only need, you know, Galacta on the Carter. Maybe that's enough as well. Superior Spider-Man though actually looks like a pretty good option. Then, you know, hopefully we get something we can play behind card, like a 2-drop or actually a Brood maybe. Yeah, this looks okay. This is like a decent spread. Certainly going to get some bonus here. So now I can use Andy to buff the isolated Maverick. Use the Maverick to buff whatever I want. Presumably we're thinking Carter, but we don't know for sure. Just whatever we want. So creating some like chains there basically. Nico is again really big. Thanos is actually crazy big. And there's the techno-organic virus mid. I mean, is Carter getting in range on that? Hey, pretty nice actually. Okay, so like we said, Andy first. But dude, 15 left. It actually seems okay. And then you go Maverick next. He's gonna be 6. That's gonna buff Carter multiple times thanks to the Galacta. She's going to 5. Maverick, she's going to 11. That's gonna be 22 plus 22 is 44 plus 6 is 48. I'm just wondering if I need the Wolverine here. I mean, he's also gonna buff left again. I think that'll be okay. I mean, mid's gonna have 1,000,000 points if we go this route. I'm just nice. Okay, yeah, Yellow Jackets. Oh crap. I think we lose left. Hold up. No, it's gonna be a tie left. It's gonna be a tie left. We surely win a tiebreaker with this Carter, right? She's 80 million points. She's also 20, not 22. I did some math wrong somewhere, but it doesn't matter. It's clearly gonna be enough. Yeah, the Wolverine here ticking off at the end is going to win us the tiebreaker. Wow, dude. Close game. Yellow Jacket Shulau, man. Wild. The Thanos, too, I mean, really chipping in for them. That was a big win in Raft. Really quite giant. Yeah, dude. Okay. Whew. Monster tiebreak win. Scary. I didn't need the Wolverine here for the record. 29 to 31, right? So we had a 2-point buffer if Wolverine was left. And in fact, that could have even hit the Captain Carter So it was really like 26 or maybe less if it hit Carter, 23 or something. So, you know, maybe, but it was kind of scary, right? It was kind of scary. Not totally sure what the right line is there, but it worked out. Oh, yeah. Early Zabu, sure. Max energy is okay for us. Amazing Spider-Man. That don't look right. He looks sickly. It's not Spider-Man. Although my toddler would say it's Spider-Man. Like anything with that red and the white and eyes is like Spider-Man to her mind. Zin Law is great for us usually. Carter's fine. Yeah, opponent got a free Maverick too. I mean, Carter, a little harder to buff arguably in that position, but you know, still ways to do that. Wolverine, Awesome Andy can both still get to this Carter. So Herbie too, actually. I forget. Oh, nice. Okay. I was worried that the Gwenpool is going to get lost there, but Gwenpool's great for Sakaar Grand Prix. Oh my God. Now we can actually go Galacta and Gwenpool. This is kind of nuts. Was Herbie energy there? Yeah, we don't need that. Ooh, what about Galacta Wolverine too? This is obviously going to make Wolverine go off to buff the Carter. We still have a whole nother turn on Sakaar Grand Prix is the only crazy thing. Maybe you just go Maverick first, huh? Then do you put Wolverine in there? Is that overkill? I mean, excuse me, is that locking in too early, I mean to say? I don't know. You could also almost isolate Maverick in hand too, by the way, with this Gwenpool, which is pretty cool. Maybe we put the Wolverine in now. It actually has some good hit on Herbie, so that's like, you know, 1 and 3 left. And then Carter, of course, is a great hit, we know. So that would be cool. Wong for the opponent. No disruption for us there. Pixie, terrifying. A little late, but not much. We love the Carter buff. Does Herbie go... Herbie goes Rock. Okay. This is kind of locked in, but it's actually a lot of points. It's 19. Herbie still has fire he will roll into as well, so that's another way to add some more points. Really wish Wolverine had hit Herbie in that case. And the crazy thing is we don't even really have to win this. Like, I still think we're kind of strong elsewhere too, because like Carter's going to be really easy to support a big time dump. So we can go like Maverick right, Spider-Man mid. There's the Herbie double, so we should probably go ahead and take that. Because the only other thing he has is buffs elsewhere, but I think 22 points is enough that the opponent's gonna have to really think about that, right? Like they're gonna have to take a close look at that. Wong, I don't even know yet, dude. Mobius, Wong, Maverick, Pixie, Iceman. I am assuming there's a techno-organic virus in here. It's not actually very good with Wong, I don't think. Nor Joaquin, right? I don't think either of those. There was a lot of confusion yesterday, I know, in the video on techno-organic virus, guys. It's not based on the number of times, or it's not based on the number of cards that have techno-organic virus. It's scaling, nor is it based on the number of nice, I guess they just didn't come together. Nor is it based on the number of times it's gone off. It's based specifically on the number of times you've played it. So like, you know, Wong and Joaquin don't do anything extra for your... I mean, they add an extra one to hand, I guess. So they do something, but they don't change the power output value. Let me say, people are gonna get mad at me if I don't just get it exactly right. So if you do value the extra one in hand, you know, if you have a Mobius, you just want to play a bunch at 1 or 0 eventually. But then you run into board size constraints, right? Like, you know, if you want to buff 3 guys, you only have 3 spots. So at some point, like, once everybody's already buffed, it's I don't know, just kind of, it's hard to piece all of that together. Like it sort of naturally has this built-in ceiling where you just can't keep doing it forever and keep scaling it forever kind of thing. Hey, we're 93 already. My God, dude, I've been climbing like crazy this month. Clea, oh dude, Stark Industries Clea could be crazy good. I'm not gonna wait on her. Like, I think there's definitely an opportunity to wait to play forward, but there's just other things to hit, you know, like we're gonna have other cards that we want to buff, and Andy actually can hit Clea anyway, so that's even more perfect. So there we'll go, Andy on 2. We don't really theoretically want to play in a machine world yet, but might not be a disaster to do that. Carter is so sick. Boy, do you rip the Andy before the Carter or after? I mean, Carter's still better than Clea always, right? It's not even close. But we don't have to do anything yet. It's not a rush yet. I think Gwynpool happens next turn regardless. Nocturne for the opponent. I don't know what they're gonna draw. I've seen this Chamber Nocturne deck once before already, but I forget what the deal on it was. I do feel like actually you want to Andy here because these are both good targets. The Gwynpool's not. So even if you miss mid, I think the upside on that's worth enough that you just say, hey, I'll lose 2 points later because I'm going to net more than 2 points off either Carter or Clea. Like they're both worth, you know, Clea's worth 3, Carter's worth even more than that, right? Okay, good spread on the buffs, I guess. Clea goes off again. And Carter goes to 3. Opponent, did they get totally scammed? They got totally scammed. I got +4, +1, and +3. I've never scammed so hard in my life. And Chamber already activated, I guess, too? Oh my God, that is so beautiful. Oh, that's beautiful. What the heck do we play here though? I guess you just go Superior Spider-Man Forge. You got Wolverine later. Flames currently is just wasted left, I think. I mean, I guess technically they get a few more points off. Oh no, they can move Nocturne actually. No, it's not wasted. Well, that's okay. We can play 2 next turn. That's not a problem. So that said, we don't really want to play one. We don't want to play one left because we want to support Captain Carter more. So I think we'll just play one mid. Then maybe right, although we're gonna have priority, it seems. Iron. Oh, I think they just saw who I was. Doom, but it rolls away from the DC. That's kind of funny. So left again is actually set up for a tie, but Wolverine will match that just fine. We ever exposed right here to that dang Galactus First Idiots? He didn't get that big, right? I don't think we are. We're going to 7. He's gonna buff here again. We can just put a Maverick left in this case. I don't think I want to contest mid. I think we're always okay, right? I don't think there's any Doombot Galactus thing that beats me here. Is this just the Doom? What is this? I don't know yet. It is just the Doom. Wouldn't you always play that the other way around so that you get the DC buff? Maybe they just know it's doomed either way. Doomed. But, you know, that would be my thought in theory. Shame we didn't hit the Carter ever on these random buffs, but certainly enough either way. Yeah, I don't think, dude, I don't know, Galactus First Steps would have been really close, right? Man, they got 3, and I think it would have been 3 more, so they would have been at maybe like 24. Now, that said, if, you know, this could have rolled mid as well in that case. It might have been, was it at 14 though, right? So it might have been 5 more. Would they have gotten a tiebreak win if they played Galactus First Steps and then rolled the Doombot right? It would have only been a 50-50, I guess, but I feel like they had a chance there, man. I don't know. Was I ever better off with Galacta Maverick? I don't think so, right? This is way more points. Kind of feel bad I wasted my flames. It was because that turn 5 we played Superior Spider-Man and Forge. I don't think flames ever would have been better is the thing. I think that was kind of the right way to go about it. Well, kind of a clunky hand right now. None of our top row cards, dude. Show me a Andy, a Forge, somebody. Chimichanga's actually pretty great for us. Andy, nice. Okay. I am officially happy again. Chamber Chimichanga, okay. We will, I guess we'll just rip the Maverick first here. We probably want him in a separate spot than Carter, but we can go, oh my God. Okay, I think we can go ahead and give him the Chimichanga though, right? Do you go Gwynpool next turn, maybe left? I need to make sure that Carter has ways to get behind her, right? That's the only thing we need to be mindful of, I guess. So Gwynpool left. Carter could still end up going mid. You know, we might just be able to like double barrel this one. I was planning on putting Carter mid, but now that I think about it too, maybe Carter just goes left. Well, I don't know. You really want that awesome Andy buff. I do have 2 1-drops to play already with her, so actually, yeah, I think Carter is gonna go mid. Anything but Thanos here is, I guess, pretty good. Ooh, buffed vision. That's a sick looking vision, dude. Thanos did get hit, but Carter also got hit, so I'm happy about that. That is a cool vision, dude. I don't know what his deal is, but he's freaking cool. Do you really need Carter to be this freaking big? You could also dump Carter on the final turn too, you know? Like, for instance, you could put a Clea, do a Zabu right now. Well, no, you'd still want to play Carter now, I guess. Next turn would be like Forge Wolverine. Why is this so hard, dog? Here we go. This is it. I found it. I found the sequences. Oh my god, Galactus. Not actually that surprising. Also, maybe not that bad. We have the Carter. The only issue is we did lose the Maverick buff. But can Forge Wolverine here just beat, like, can they do it? Or actually, is Thanos just more points? I don't think he is, right? Because this is going to be 7, 9, and then another +3 and 2 bodies on the Carter. Eliath, I guess, is not even that bad. Like, Null would be the bigger pickle here. Maybe just a big guy like Destroyer, Death plus something. There's definitely a few problems, but I think this is when, if Wolverine hits Carter in particular with his buff, then I think we're 100% okay, and maybe close anyway. Oh, that seems like it's gonna be fine, right? Isn't that gonna be fine? It is gonna be fine, dude. We didn't even hit the Carter, but it's fine anyway. Yeah, nice, dude. Nice. Nice. Very good steal against the Galactus deck. Boom's got nothing on us, man. I love it. Little guys win, dude. Hello, opponent. Good luck out there. Bar Sinister, huh? What's that good with? I mean, Wolverine's kind of crazy. Oh my god, that's nuts. Andy here. Carter, of course, goes mid. Does Wolverine just go left? Like, it's basically saying I'm not gonna win. Oh god, dude, they leave both of these up. Negative zone does totally suck for us, but maybe I can overcome it with Wolverines, right? Currently, the Wolverine, unfortunately, is just not buffed is the problem, right? I need a way. Oh, God, that made it even harder. No, Dragon of the Moon's the hard counter. We never knew. Gotta hit Wolverine twice, man. It's that simple, dude. Because Andy only buffs 1 Wolverine left. We obviously need all of them to go off. Oh, my God. That's not that big of a problem, actually. Oh, we hit Wolverine once. No. Galacta. Bro, you could also go Galacta, but I kind of like the idea of Galacta mid into Wolverine left. Oh, actually, you know what? I think I'm just going to rip the Andy first so Carter gets a bigger buff, right? Yeah, this is basically saying I'm going to try to win left and right. Left, I will actually also win against Ozymandias. Well, actually, no, I'm going to try to win all 3, honestly. No, I think I can win all 3 like this. 100%, right? And we can just go Herbie mid. Yeah, this is gonna be fine, dude. Carter, if she catches any buffs, is gonna make mid like crazy. Right is actually gonna gain 12 points, so right is in contention as well. And left is gonna have a bunch of 6 power dudes that each give 3 power. Oh, actually, do we tie left? Hold up, we might tie left. Everybody's gonna go to 9 effectively. I mean, they may be different distributions of that, but effectively gonna go to kind of 9. Oh, we're not winning right either. Crap. Are we winning a tiebreaker? Are we winning a tiebreaker, guys? Does Carter win a tiebreaker? We need to hit Carter a few times, guys. We need to hit Carter a few times. Oh! We hit Carter once, which is enough for the tiebreaker. Let's go. Might have been enough anyway, technically. Wow. Okay, that was crazy. the Dragon of the Moon actually having a notable impact on the game, because otherwise, you know, the Wolverines would have been pretty nuts. Negative Zone ultimately did help us more than hurt us, by the way, which is pretty crazy. Scary game, dude. This deck just keeps squeezing together some little wins, man. Tarnax 4. It's kind of cool with Brood sometimes, right? Currently, this hand is just miserable, though. Where are the top row cards? Nothing to do right now. I guess, do you just play... I guess you just play Maverick. I don't know. And then you just go Gwynpool. I mean, maybe Gwynpool left is also fine. I mean, in theory, Gwynpool right's okay. Actually, Brood right is also pretty good. You know, you don't want to like buff it too much, but in theory, that's okay. Sentinel. Oh, Galacta's pretty nice too, though. Dang, it's gonna mean I don't draw a card anymore, though. Am I okay with not drawing a card? No. No, I'm not okay with that. Need to hit Wolverine and I don't even know. I need to hit Iron Lad into Captain Carter is what I actually need to do. Just imagine. Galacta Herbie Wolverine thing. I did get a 4/7. Close. I mean, Clea is like decent to give them, I guess. I think you just go Wolverine already, right? And then you just try to do Brood stuff and I don't know, Herbie Clea maybe. Does that mean Clea happens here just so that you can maybe catch her with the buff already? Like I said, I also don't hate Brood right in theory. Gonna have to think about which I like better, but either Maverick or Clea are good buffs here. Just don't hit yourself, Wolverine. I really wish he did say other cards. Give one of your other cards at each location so he doesn't buff himself. It would really help in some cases if you don't, you know, like Work Castle's emo doesn't allow you to play a dude. Oh god, Iska would be so nuts for the Clea hit. Am I gonna beat them this turn? No, she's not going off this turn. So if I got a Clea, dude, Iska would be so nuts. Hit the, oh, I can't, hands too full anyway. Don't, yeah, he hit himself too. Oh my god, Wolverine, you suck at this. She's getting off multiple times, so she goes +3 to 18. Can I like get a tiebreaker scenario set up here? Also just missed the Maverick. Like, man, sucks. This is also just, it's only 8 points. I'm giving them 8 already. Everything here sucks. You got to assume they're going to get more points here from Doombots. I just do not think we win this game at all ever, right? I think we're just cooked. Forge Brood. I mean, it's simple. It's old school, but is it still worth it? I don't know. I kind of want to play Herbie first. This does currently kind of strand my turn 3 a little bit, to be honest. If I go Forge Brood, I have a decent turn 3. I don't think you ever rip that into Nexus already, though, right? I'm gonna do this and maybe play the Brood left just to get the Reed Lab active. I don't know if that's really gonna help or not, but it could. I also do like just buffing the Maverick here. We could maybe just still put him mid, honestly, because Wolverine could buff him too at this stage. We want to play Gwynpool first, I think, though. Does Gwynpool go mid? She's not the biggest scaler. You'd currently rather have this spot for a Captain Carter for sure. You also go Galacta here, perhaps, for more of a guarantee. So in this case, I would play Wolverine left to buff that Maverick. You're really kind of forcing your hand into a good Captain Carter to win this game, though. Oh, Phantom X also a bit of a pickle here. Should theoretically have priority, but not really if they play into Nexus. But I just don't want to put the Wolverine with the Maverick because I want the Wolverine to buff the Maverick, right? I mean, I guess he will buff the Maverick, which again might help a little bit on priority, but it's certainly not guaranteed yet. Oh boy, a lot of scary stuff going down here. That's Phantom X mostly done. Carter, I really hit the Carter. Holy crap. Not enough? I have priority, so Carter's gonna be my biggest card, or no, actually Galacta will be, I think, because of Atlantis and the Wolverine buff. This is actually so perfect. I cannot believe how perfectly this lined out. There are multiple Omega Sentinel hits, so Carter might also get whacked, but maybe I'm enough anyway. That's totally fine. I mean, it hits their Phantom X, which is not great, but oh god, it needs to be left. Oh god, that's a big time problem. Oh god, it got bad, guys. It got bad. I needed that other body mid. I actually still don't know if it would have been enough. Carter, naturally countered by the front row of Phantom X here. We would have had one more body for another, +7. Oh, I will say Carter always makes the cards behind her bigger than herself, so she never herself gets directly impacted by the Omega Sentinels, which is pretty nice. If it hit left, we'd have one more 9 power dude back here, which would have put us at 16, which I think we would have won a tiebreaker in that case, right?